Are you looking to close more sales as a business owner? You're going to want to carry on watching. Hey, Rob Spence here, the Managing Director of Paragon Sales Solutions, and today we focus on closing. Everyone, whenever I deliver any sales training, love the bit when it comes to closing. We're told as salespeople and as business owners that the most important aspect of the sale or any sort of sale operation is to close the sale. And of course, they are right. If we're not closing sales, we're not making sales. So we've always got to be, with ABC, we've got to always be closing. However, in my professional opinion, it's very important that we don't always get hung up on the closing of the sale. If you are put yourself on the football pitch. As you can see, I'm a massive football fan, predominantly Leicester City. Or you could use a boxing analogy actually. We'll stick with the football for now. You're on a football pitch. In this example, the closing of the sale is getting the ball in the back of the net. If you are constantly trying to close the sale or score that goal, you're not going to score every goal. Imagine being in your own half and taking a shot on goal. Is it going to go in? If you're David Beckham or Rooney, maybe, back in the day. But the chances of it, you're not. It's not going to reach. The goalkeeper's going to obviously see it coming in and get in the way. If you try and shoot when you're right on the corner flag, once again, is it going to go in? There's a chance if you're Roberto Carlos, but once again, probably not. If you're in the penalty area with an open goal, boom, absolutely, you're gonna, well, I'd hope you're gonna score the goal. Same with boxing. Are you always gonna go for that knockout punch in the very first punch in round one? Of course not. You're gonna overexpose yourself and you're gonna just get walloped back in return anyway. So, yes, closing is important, no different to scoring goals or going for the knockout. But you've got to build up to it. Have a bit of foreplay. And that's what this video is all about. And in this video, we've got 5 little hints and tips on how you can close more sales as a business owner. Now, before we do go on, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button, drop us a follow, send us a little comment, drop us a like on the video as well. These videos take a lot of time and effort, and we love sharing this value with you, but we'd love you to carry on your learning journey with us. So without further ado, what can you do to close more sales? Well, first of all, it all comes in the preparation. You've got to know your customer. Yes, you've got to know your customer as an overall ideal customer, as a customer avatar, as some people would call it. You need to know and understand them, but you need to understand those people on a personal level as well. What makes them tick? What are their needs? What are their wants? What are their pain points? What are their requirements? If you can understand this makes your sales job so much easier. And that comes down to step number 2, which is all about the pitch. You've got to not only create the most perfect pitch, you've got to practice it, refine it, and make sure that each prospect you pitch to, because you've got to know them, that you tailor that pitch to their needs. Here's my example. If you're speaking to a prospect and their requirements are 1, 2, 3, and you start your pitch, and pitch actually focus on points 4, 5, and 6 first, you've lost their interest. You need to get to know your prospect, understand they need points 1, 2, and 3. They're the main pain points that this prospect has. You then need to go into your pitch and make sure you prioritize pitch 1, 2, and 3. Yes, you can still talk about 4, 5, and 6, but leave it on the back burner. Know your prospect, pitch to them what they need, you will get the customer. Of course, the art and the sale is always in the follow-up. Repeat after me, the sale is in the follow-up. If you get to know your customer, if you pitch and leave it in the hands of your customer, you're not going to make the sale. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're not going to make the sale. You need to follow up. Follow up between 7 and 12 times. Remember, you are not your prospect's biggest deal right now. You're not your prospect's biggest priority. They've got a family, they've got a personal life, they've got a social life, and they've got a work life. There's a million and one things going on, so make sure you follow up. Final trick, final tip is you've got to track your results. Now, I remember when I started off as a salesperson, I was very much a hit and hope kind of salesperson. Not very analytical, didn't really know what worked, didn't know what didn't work. And actually, since I've started to take a helicopter view and looked at the analysis of every little step I do, I've been able to refine each and every little step. And I'm a big believer that in front of you right now, you've probably got 100 things that you do within your sales process. Let's just use 100 because it's an easy example. If you focus on each of those little minute steps, and if you try and increase the performance of yourself or improve what you do by just 1%, you've got a chance to improve this by 100%. Look at each and every one of these by 1% and boom, you're absolutely sorted. The kind of fourth and fifth, well, it's a 4.5 tip really, is to practice your pitch. You've got to make sure that yes, when you are doing your pitch, you're not umming, you're not ahhing, you know all your ins and outs. Practice it, rehearse it, refine it. Speak it out to your customer, your colleagues, to your managers, to your peers, to your wife, to your husband, whoever would listen. Practice it, refine it, and improve it by 1% each time you do it. So there's my 5 tips on how you can increase your closing of sales as a business owner or a salesperson for that matter. So what do you think? Are these tips useful and helpful, or are they a bit wishy-washy? Drop me a comment below, would love to know your thoughts. If you do need more hands-on support with your sales, whether you need someone to make your sales for you, whether you need some more in-depth sales training, head on over to Paragon Sales Solutions. Myself and the team would love to help and support you. Thank you so much for making it this far. If you have made it this far, drop a comment, use the word closing, and until next week, all the best.